Hi, I'm Michael Rose from Five9 and welcome to another episode of Take5. Joining me this week is Robby Paul, co-founder of Light Networks. Good morning, Robby.
Good morning, Michael.
Now, we always like to start off with, Robby, just tell us a little bit about your company, what you do, and your partnership with Five9.
Of course. So our tagline is enabling seamless communications. And the way we do that with our clients is we spend time with them. We do an assessment of their environment, help them understand where are they today, where would they like to be, and help them establish a roadmap, a technical roadmap that allows them to accomplish their business objectives. We're focused in contact center and collaboration, and that's really what led us to partner with Five9 due to your best-in-class technology.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. And we're going to start with a very interesting question today. And when we're having a chat before this recording, one of my colleagues suggested it. So imagine if we had a cloud time machine and we could take you back to January 1 of this year. It would have to be in the cloud, so it worked really well.
Naturally.
What piece of advice would you give yourself about, okay, there's a lot happening in the next 6 months and beyond. What one piece of advice would you give to your business self that you'd want to do differently?
Well, assuming that I'm not allowed to go back and tell myself to invest in all the cloud technologies in the market that have tripled and quadrupled in value, I think that the largest one that I would do is I probably would have done a better job preparing for virtual selling. A lot of our client relationships are driven based on traditional in-person sales, and we're obviously hampered by that right now. So I think kind of changing the way that we work with our clients, especially in initial engagements. So kind of transferring from a more traditional established rapport and relationship and then move into value, really trying to establish value more quickly through a virtual selling environment. I think that's probably the thing that we probably could have gotten a better jump on.
Okay. And what about you personally? Is there anything else any advice you'd give to yourself?
Work out more.
I think we all would give ourselves
Right.
that advice.
Yeah.
So that's it. Well, that's good. Now, as we look out, as you said, you wanted to get quicker at, say, virtual selling. What have been some of the insights that you've seen, working with your customers, and how are people doing?
Well, I would say that we're the most of our clients that we're talking to, they kind of fall into two camps. And if you understand our business model, we're largely focused on contact center and collaboration, and the technologies that we sell and support are all work from home or work from anywhere type enabled technologies. So I'd say they fall into two camps. We've got clients that we've already worked with and kind of established a roadmap, and they're already either fully enabled with a cloud-based solution, or they were on the road already and they accelerated to complete the project. So those ones are super glad that they made the move to work with Light Networks, to be able to work from home or work from anywhere. The second camp are those that either, at this point in the economy, they're, kind of sitting on their hands, biding their time, and really watching their cash flow. I think that second camp put some band-aids on existing solutions and are kind of watching what's happening. And we're starting to see some of those folks come back alive, and they really need to make a change. They know where they want to go. We've already established that roadmap, if you will, but it's really about biding their time and finding the right time to get it done, especially now that they've sent all their people home and they're working as best they can with their current tech stack.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned there too that, some of the companies had to accelerate into the cloud. Do you see this being a catalyst for cloud growth long term?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I would say that initially, so we do, we evaluate the business weekly and are continually kind of evaluating that, talking to different clients and understanding where do you see your business, because that in turn impacts ours down the line. We initially thought that we were going to see really business start to pick up sharply in Q3 and Q4. We're starting to see and starting to feel like it may be a little bit elongated, into 2021, as opposed to really starting to sharply move in 2020. I'm hoping that we're wrong. And we are seeing a number of clients that really are starting to move now, but they're not moving with, as rapidly as we'd like to see. But yes, I do think that what this has proven is that people, can work from home and in many cases are more effective and productive in working from home. So as an example, we live in Atlanta. The average commute in Atlanta exceeds an hour in normal timeframes. And in some cases, we've got employees that are driving 2 hours to get to the office. So we've always been very flexible with our time, partly because of the technology that we sell. It seems a bit silly for us to say you have to be in the office and do a bed check at 8:30 and you're here at 5 o'clock. What we would typically do is say, hey, listen, traffic builds up in Atlanta where our office is by 2:30. At 2 o'clock, we're generally kicking people out of the office saying, go home, get back online so that you can finish working, for the day. I think that what people are going to find is that their employees are more productive because they're not dealing with an hour to a 2 hour commute. And this may not be universally true, but I would imagine that especially in kind of major city centers where traffic is a problem, I think that'll be the case. And I think that people have found that they're able to get a little bit better work-life balance where they can work from home. It's kind of fun to see, there's a door to my left here that occasionally will open and, it's someone who peeks in and says, are you on a video call? And, it's sort of a, yes, I am. But you're able to get a whole lot more done because you're not dealing with that. So I think that that's something that a lot of the world is going to learn, is that you do not have to keep all of your employees under your thumb physically. You can still monitor what's happening. So in the case of Five9 and a traditional contact center, you can manage agent adherence through software and do that very effectively. And if you have the right incentive programs designed, that you can make this work.
Yeah, no, exactly. For now, I'm just going to say thank you for joining us today on Take5.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael.
That was Robby Paul from Light Networks, and he'll be joining us for part 2, where we're going to talk a little bit more about how you manage remote workforces. So join us for part 2. Until next time, though, I'm Michael Rose from Five9. Bye-bye.